Let me get my morning coffee and then we can start talking about code. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a day in my life on a Monday. Mondays are actually quite peaceful and honestly, I always look forward to them. Now I know that's controversial, so let me explain. Basically, Mondays are when I slow down and plan the upcoming week. I write small goals I want to hit and introspect a bit about the past week. It's my way of staying grounded because let's be real, software engineering is getting crazier by day and I really value anything that helps me slow down and reflect. Speaking of which, I made an app about it and I use Mondays to think about that app. Yes, I'm talking about Lumi. In case you're new here, Lumi is my personal productivity app that I made and published on the Play Store about a couple of months ago. I usually push one release per week, small and really intentional. Last week update was actually based on a user request. Somebody asked if there was a way to edit tasks and habits directly, so I added that and now you can do that. You can tap on a task and make changes instantly and save without needing to be delete and recreate it. It sounds like a tiny detail, but honestly, those are the best kind of updates. Small things that makes the experience smoother. And that's what Lumi is really all about. Thoughtful simplicity. Right now, Lumi is in a state I really like. It doesn't need a tons of updates anymore, so it doesn't take up a lot of my time. I just occasionally take a few ideas for feature suggestions or bug fixes from you, and then I ship them. And of course, it's completely free of cost. So if you haven't checked it out yet, give it a try. Link is in the description. Anyways, Lumi isn't all I do. By day, I am a full-time engineer at Adobe. Specifically, I work as a design system engineer, which is something that I'm not sure if most of you have heard about, so I'm gonna try to break it down a bit for you. You see, Adobe has a huge family of products, and the goal here is to make sure that whatever app you're using, the experience should feel very similar. And to make that happen, we rely on design systems, a shared library of reusable UI components that can be used by any product teams as plug and play. And that basically also helps them avoid reinventing the wheel. So that's what I work on. I work on buttons, modals, slider, drop down, you name it. Any component that you see on the Adobe's applications, I might have probably contributed to it in the last 2 years. Now let me ask you this question and you're gonna make a guess. How long do you think it takes to ship one component? Ready? Well, the answer is anywhere between a few months to sometimes an entire year. Yes, I know that sounds wild because we're literally making UI components, something like buttons, modals or dividers. But when your components are powering experiences for millions of users, there is no room for bugs or weird edge cases. With Lumi, you might have seen me ship stuff that was not absolutely perfect. And I was happy to do that because Lumi is still being used by almost 100-200 people, not more than that. And in that case, I could afford to ship fast and ship something that is not absolutely perfect. However, when it comes to my day job, I have to make sure that whatever thing that I'm working on, it has to be 100% efficient, scalable, accessible, and something that can be used in a lot of different apps and by millions of users without breaking the experience. So it is really interesting for me because I keep switching between my personal projects and my Adobe work, and the mindset is completely different. For my personal projects, generally my mindset is to ship fast and ship quickly and iterate faster, but for Adobe, it really is to make sure that whatever I'm shipping, it is of the best quality code that I can write. But I do try to take a lot of inspiration from my work at Adobe to the work that I'm doing with my side projects. For example, with Lumi, I don't try to write down billions of features to Lumi. I just want the few things that I need, but those few things should be right. And that's why You generally don't see me adding new features to Lumi these days. Instead, what you'll see me doing is fixing some rough edges or just working on the UI enhancement. So these are just some of the differences between when you're working as a full-time engineer for a big company versus for when you're making apps for 100 to 100 people. Anyways, I think I should probably get started with work now. I hope this gives you a little glimpse into the life of a design system engineer who also has a indie app that he's working on. If you learned something or even just enjoyed hanging out for a bit, I would love if you subscribe or dropped a like, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.